Hey guys, welcome to Mama Tries. So we are going to be going to the May Stringer House, which is a museum right now. It's a historical museum now over in Brooksville, Florida. But it is considered one of the most haunted houses or locations, whichever you want to say, in all of Hernando County. So now I wanted to give you a little story of the May Stringer House. It's an 158-year-old house in Brooksville, Florida, one of the oldest homes in the area, and one of the most haunted. Legend has it up to eight ghosts roam the property, which today serves as a historical museum. The most famous ghost, however, is that of Jessie May, a lonely girl longing for her mother's touch. In 1855, a contractor named John L. May purchased the Brooksville property and built his home for his family. John lived in a simple four-room house with his wife Marina and their daughters Matilda, Annie until tuberculosis took his life 3 years later. Marina remained in the home throughout the Civil War and eventually married a Confederate hero, Frank Saxon. She died giving birth to the couple's child named Jessie May in 1869. Jessie survived her birth but died of unknown causes 3 years later. Marina and Jessie were buried on the property as were John May and the infant son of Frank and Marina, a detail which fuels many rumors about the May Stringer haunting. After Marina died, Frank Saxon sold the home and the property eventually made its way to Dr. Sheldon Stringer. The doctor added 10 rooms to the house, which he shared with his wife and 3 children. The estate also served as a doctor's practice, and some say a sanatorium, catering to victims of smallpox and yellow fever. After the death of the Stringers, the house passed from one owner to another until the Hernando County Historical Museum Association acquired the mansion in 1980 and began extensive restoration work. Today, the May Stringer House is a museum listed in the National Register of Historical Places. Now, Angel's going to read you this ghost part because I do have to drive. Lean forward, puppy, a little bit.
All right.
Don't take your seatbelt off, Gracie.
The May Stringer Ghost. According to the docent, Bonnie led Tornado. Weird things started happening at the home right away. Restoration volunteers heard footsteps and voices in empty rooms. Workers noticed cold spots, mists, and eerie shadows. On more than one occasion, the sounds of children's laughter rang throughout the home. Kids weren't allowed at the worksite. The strange events persist today, with guides reporting moving shadows, glowing orbs of light, and the sounds of a wailing child. Many believe the child is Jessie May, a lost spirit calling out for the mother she never knew. Letourneau has heard the wails herself, a sound she describes as chilling. Oh, the doll on the left on the display at the May Stringer
We'll show you the doll in a second.
Is rumored to be little Jessie's. One day, volunteers removed the doll from its cradle for review by an appraiser. When they went to return the antique, they were shocked to see the disassembled cradle scattered across the floor. The docents quickly reassembled the bed and returned the doll to its place of honor. There have been no other incidents since that day. Was Jessie behind the mysterious event? The May Stringer House is a popular site for paranormal investigators, and many believe it's one of Florida's most haunted homes. Other ghosts rumored that haunt the historic structure included Marina May, Dr. Stringer's patients, and shooting victim, and a angry spirit known as Mr. Nasty. Though there is no proof of
It's
Mr.
not true,
Nasty's,
though.
though there's no proof of Mr. Nasty's existence, he said to be a soldier who hanged himself in the attic after learning his fiance's identity. This betrayal reported caused Mr. Nasty to hate women, and one team of ghost hunters had to cut their investigation short after women in the group became violently ill. Is the Maystringer house truly haunted, or does the old home with the tragic past merely cause imaginations to run wild?
Okay, so we're going there, now that you know the whole story, and we are going to take video footage. We're going to try and take some photos. We're taking the historical tour. We're not taking the ghost tour, because the ghost tour you have to be 16 years of age and older. But we are going to take the historical tour, and people have said that during the historical tour they have caught things on video cameras, they've caught things in photographs, so we're going to see if we can catch anything. So we are now
The Ghostbusters.
I was going to say the ghost hunters, but because we're not busting them, we're hunting them. And funny thing is, we're all wearing burgundy shirts, so we look like a team. We look like professionals in some way or sort. So yeah, so I will see you guys when we get there, because can't videotape and drive. Okay, so we are just around the corner from the museum, and I'm praying and I'm hoping that we are part of the first tour of the day, because that would be awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna show you some pictures of the outside and some video footage of the outside now.
It looks so cool.
And once you come here, you just fall in love. There's no cure for us. Okay, this is the May Stringer house. John May owned it, and it's a house of two parts. And then Dr. Stringer came. John May came in 1856, by the way. He came because there was a grant put out by the government called the Armed Occupation Act. And if you did a few rules, which they told you about, you got 160 acres free. So that was John May. He came, and they'll tell you more about him as you go along. And then Dr. Stringer came along. That plaque over here tells you in the 1880s. That was Victorian times, and he built on the other 10 rooms. So we have 14 rooms, 4 floors. And over here, I'm going to point out post-Civil War chairs. All right? This is the ladies', this is the gentleman's chair. Why do you think the ladies' chair has only one arm? You're right. I was going to ask these young people, but that's good. I got an answer right away. Very good. No, I did ask why.
Sure.
Over here, this gentleman's holding up the petticoat table. It's a very unusual piece. It's put at the bottom of the stairs. If you notice, there's a mirror below. Usually mirrors are above. As the young lady comes down wanting to go to her visitors in the parlor, she has to check her petticoat. That was a complete social no-no if your petticoat showed. Where'd that come from? Okay, this was the porch, and this was the divider. In other words, when Dr. Stringer came along, this was his waiting room. His office was to the left, and this way his family had their privacy. If you'd like to step in, the parlor's waiting for you. Thank you for coming. doing any tours today, you're kind of on your own. So you stay as a group. But if, you know, there's anything in the room that you would like to know more
touch.
about it, just ask us and we'll go in. What's that in the corner over there? That is a Victrola. So you'll crank up record player? Okay. And that where she's standing over there, that is a piano and an organ. The text on entrance and exit doors, chimneys, inside stairs, and closets. Old homes, if you remember or seen, there's no closets in the doors, there's armoires. This was a 4-room house. There are 4 fireplaces in it, all on the same chimney. They're all in that corner. There, and then upstairs, so we beat the taxation. Those windows go almost to the floor. They're different from all the rest in the house. So they're called pocket windows. They do not go into the walls like pocket doors. They go upstairs. So you have 2 more doors, which back is small, and you catch your dress in. Okay. Does anybody have an idea what it is?
It's a wall, I don't know.
Nope. You put a rope through here, a long rope. You go up on the roof. You drop this down the chimney, and when you pull it up, it opens. It's a chimney sweep.
Chimney sweep.
For me.
Yeah.
Wait, did everybody go left? Oh, apparently so.
Brooksville PIT.
And that's to see live streaming of overnight ghost investigations, right?
And every Friday.
There we go, guys. The doctor is in.
Alright, read the last of it? This group? Okay. Alright, so this room is set up like a doctor's office for the simple fact that it was a doctor's office. We told you that Dr. Sheldon Stringer built on the rest of this house in 1880. Well, this is where he had his practice. Now, his patients would come through those same front doors that you guys came through, come in through here, and they would leave right underneath that exit sign over there. Now, that is one of the only other items in the house that is original to the house that has not been taken, that last exit sign. So, and that is the purpose for all of these pocket doors in the house, to keep the family secluded from the office, the doctor's office here. So if you look in the office here, in the case there, you'll see a bunch of different types of equipment, everything from veterinary equipment on up. Now that is because the doctor of the time would have had to do a lot more than just what regular doctors do. We did not have cardiologists or ophthalmologists or rheumatologists or any other ologist. You just had the town doctor, and he had to do a little bit of everything, including if your animals got sick. So we have a little bit of all that equipment in here to show that. Now most of the items here have been donated to us from the Broad Street Hospital that we had here off of Broad Street and Mildred on the corner there, including the autoclave that is for sterilizing instruments. What's that? Oh, I don't even know the year on that. But that hospital's been not here for a little while. But the everything table, as I like to call it, it was for operating x-ray delivery. You can see where your x-ray equipment would go right up on top there. We have some surgical buttons over there. And then on top of it, so that this one could do a full 360. Better than most doctors do. Awesome, right? Now, there is another item in here that's a little bit out of place, and that's a barber's chair over here. Any idea as to why we would portray a barber's setup in the doctor's office? Anybody?
Because the barber used to do the dentistry work.
Well, he could do small things like pull a tooth. He could even stitch you up if he had to. Now, those poles that we have in front of the barber shops, those are there for a reason. The red and white poles would tell you that the barber could do those things. The red was for the blood, the white was for the bandages. If you've seen that, you needed a doc real quick, or you needed to have a tooth pulled, something stitched up, pop on in there, he'd take care of you, and you're out. So, that's all my information I have for you. Take all the photos you want in here, and then we're going to move on to the next room.
Away, and they found that in the back of the shed, and nobody knew why he had it, where he got it, what he planned on doing with it. So I tell all the older people when they go through here, you better let your grandchildren know what you got. But those boys could have sold that and made some money. It was the parts they donated it does, so we appreciate it. Now that musket barrel was a set we left on the front porch one day with just a little card on it, no name and nothing. But it said 1840 musket barrel being used as an axle on a homemade wheelbarrow. That's why it's all bent. Now as you go through the room and look at all the beautiful uniforms, the ones that had pictures in front, the pictures are the people that actually wore the uniform.
I didn't look at this yet.
We have all the way from World War I. The Civil War we think is a remake, or what do they call it? Replicant, right? Excuse me. In the glass case, we go all the way from the Civil War to World War I, with only 2 little powder horns from the Revolutionary War. It's the only thing we have from the Revolutionary War. Now, y'all know what this is, right? Okay, believe it or not, you young men know what this is? Okay. No one under 20 knows what it is. We've got to tell them, you guys. We've got to tell them, okay? This is my husband here. He served a year in Korea and he served a year in Vietnam. He served 20 years in the Air Force. I served 20 years in the Air Force because I married him right out of basic training. So. Anyway, my son served 10 years in the Navy at the end of the Vietnam War. My grandson just got out of the Army after 3 tours in Iraq. During the time he was in Iraq, I flew this. Anybody know what this is?
Well, you have someone serving
From World War II.
too.
They kind of disappeared then after World War II. I'm trying to bring it back. Okay. I went bought one, and the whole time my grandson was in Iraq, I flew it. And I was very proud to represent him. So you can buy them. They're not very expensive. If you know anybody that is serving in Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, please tell them to get a flag and let us all know so that we can all think about them in our prayers. Okay? Any questions? Okay. This is a special uniform here. We really don't know that much about it because women normally didn't wear Eisenhower jackets. But we've had 2 women go through here on tours that actually wore them. Really? One was a driver in the European theater and one was a nurse. So it's a kind of a special, either where they served or during the period that the Eisenhower jacket was, a woman was allowed to wear. Any questions?
Okay guys, I did not touch this door. Out of nowhere, it just opened. I went to turn to open the door and it opened. And everybody's saying that the ghost was being polite and allowing me to exit the building. And that was like really crazy. Alright, so we're outside. We just did the whole tour. And we're going to take a walk around the property here. If you guys are ever in the Hernando County area and you guys want to see something very interesting or strange or different, definitely come over here to the May Stringer house. I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm actually going to show you the family grave site for those that were buried here on the property. So, alright, so this is the family plot. It is in the back of the building. You do see a lot of different things. Annie Roach, we have Johnson, Braddock, William Lee. And it looks like there's some newer type of tombstones. Maybe they got damaged. Here's Isaac Garrison, Garland Perry, Hannah Johnson. I think this says John Johnson. And I could have sworn, if I was not mistaken, that one of these should be of the people that lived here, the May family or the Stringer family. But I don't know. AEB. I wonder what that one is. That little teeny tiny one says AEB.
Probably the child.
I don't know. So it is a full-blown cemetery back here. And then, you know, we're right off the main road. This, the owner of this house used to have acres upon acres. So technically all of this would have been owned by this property. As well as far back in there, off to the side. But obviously it has since been sold down and made smaller. Yeah. Okay, so we just finished that tour. So if you ever want to go there, it is, what's the address here? Okay, 601 Museum Court in Brooksville, Florida, 34601. So normal general admission is $5 for adults, $2 for children. If you want to go to the May Stringer House, the train depot, and the Countryman one-room schoolhouse, it's $12 for adults, $3 for children. This is not sponsored, by the way, at all. I just figured you would want to know this. They also do group tours and investigations. Here's the Ghost Tours flyer. A walkthrough guided tour begins your experience, and then you explore the certified haunted May Stringer house. We bring you in, lock the door, turn out the lights, and you belong to us, all of us. Creepy. Now this, like I said, it is for 16 years of age and older for the guided haunted tours. By appointments only. It's only 2 nights a week for 2 hours, and it is $20. So, I'm definitely going to try one day to do the ghost tour, because that would be really cool and really fun. So one of these days I'm going to do that, and I'll record that for you. I'll probably come with a girlfriend and we'll just have fun. Yeah, make sure you like this video, share it, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you can get notified when we post new videos. So I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys later. Bye!